I don't get it. Why is this giving me a headache, dude? Well, putting on a VR headset like the Vive can also feel like entering a different, simulated virtual dimension. What I'd like to know is what would happen if you combined psychedelics with a VR headset and played with lightsabers? Instead of wondering, let's just find out.
According to YouTube's guidelines shown here, videos which intend to educate are documentary by nature and do not glorify the use of drugs. Both abide by the community safety guidelines and are eligible for monetization. The following video does not glorify the use of drugs, instead it attempts to be non-biased while delivering vital life-saving information disguised as entertainment. I like to eat turtles with lots of gravy and soy sauce. We do not display graphic use, there are no scenes showcasing drug consumption, and any insinuation of use should be taken as satirical at best. Thanks YouTube, and don't forget to visit our Patreon page after the video for extra content and behind-the-scenes footage that only our patrons get to see. I love you, motherfuckers.
It needs to be clear that we do not promote the use of legal or illegal compounds. Please be aware that unsafe psychedelic use can lead to bouts of psychosis, PTSD, or even death. Do not try this at home. We are trained professional idiots. All substances have been laboratory tested for purity, and the experiment is being monitored by healthcare professionals in case anything goes wrong. Thank you.
I will be consuming 20 milligrams of 96% pure 2C-B hydrochloride on an empty stomach and in the name of science. And it just so happens that I am particularly sensitive to this compound. So, wish me luck, guys. We're just gonna like fast forward time lapse this shit. So, just thought I'd do an update on this camera while Mike tries to get our BeatSaber game ready. I'm feeling so weird, man. Eyeballs. Skin. Brain. Thoughts. Ready? Alright, we're gonna play some BeatSaber now. This is kind of cool. Just standing here is cool. I don't know if I actually want to play the game, but we'll try the game. Well, I got lightsabers. Woo! Whoa guys, I'm sorry for this quick interruption. However, you didn't think that I would actually make it through an entire video without talking about these little babies, these little test kits. I had to sneak in some kind of a safety thing in this video, otherwise it would just be someone tripping and playing Beat Saber, and what's that really gonna do for you guys? Basically, even though people consider 2C-B to be a physically safe compound, whether it's mentally safe or not is up for debate, but regardless, you always have to make sure that you test every drug before you consume it, because what dealers like to do is sell imposter chemicals disguised as the safe ones, and people have died from consuming these imposter drugs. So what you gotta do if you intend to take any drug is to follow the link in my description, pick yourself up one of these testing reagent kits so you can help identify that what you have is hopefully safe to consume. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. I will let you guys get back to this entertaining video now that the safety aspect is out of the way. Fancy transition. Alright. Whoa, I got lightsabers! Woo! Ah! Okay. Looks weird. There's stuff coming at me. Reflex is kicking in. The music sounds really weird. It sounds like every time the music's trying to catch up to me, but it's going too slow for my brain or something. This is remarkably easy. Woo! I got A? Looking at myself in this screen is so weird.
Is it recording?
I don't know. It's the screen that's weird. I look like an elf. I love it. Super intense trip. This is pretty much the same as an acid trip. I don't... Like, the camera's moving. I'm trying to look at the lights and they're stop wiggling. What is the least amount of effort you can
Use your wrists.
What's that?
Use your wrists.
I don't know what that is. pee. It's exhausting. Cool. Yeah, just to document playing this game. It was really cool just to watch the stuff flying at your face. It was really neat. I have virtually no interest in slicing at anything, but just seeing the stuff flying at you is cool. Whew. Okay, so this is the day after, and before I get into how I'm feeling and my thoughts on the trip, I do want to make one small announcement. I am going to be launching a video game channel. So if you guys enjoyed watching that BeatSaber footage, I'll probably be covering more VR games in depth like that, where I'm putting myself in the game on the channel, as well as some other games and classic games, because I'm a big fan of classic side-scrollers. Now, it's not going to be your traditional game channel where I talk about the game and just do commentary as people are playing. I'm treating it more like a podcast, and I'll have different guests on, as well as some reoccurring ones. And we're gonna discuss the games, of course, but mainly we're gonna talk about, life topics and drug experiences. Basically, if you enjoy my swim channel and you enjoy my psych substance trip reports, you will like the video game channel. So you can find a link below and also right here. Oh shit.
That's horrifying.
And now he wakes up as something else, just like DMT.
So wow. Okay, so a DMT trip would consume of me waking up as a frog.
Yeah, exactly. With a mustache. The whole reason why I wanted to start a game channel is because psych substance and swim, they're so serious. Playing games is just a good way to chill out, and I figured that it would be cool to share those chill out times with you guys. It's kind of like if you guys want to hang out with me, you can hang out while we play some games. Without further ado, let's get into how I feel today. Well, I feel overall pretty tired, but besides that, there's no real come down. I will say though that was the most intense 2CB trip that I have ever had in my life. In the past, I've taken 2CB doses as high as 30 to 35 milligrams, and this 20 milligram trip was, I want to say, twice as intense. It was on par with an acid trip, especially with the visuals. There was one point when I was in the mirror with my shirt off and I was popping a pimple on my shoulder, and I felt like whatever I focused on, meaning that pimple, was the only thing that existed in the world. It was like this hyper focus, way different than, say, an amphetamine focus. And I looked at my reflection in the mirror, and as I was inhaling and exhaling, it was as if I could see this geometric netting of patterns just kind of erupting on my body, and I was able to see the relation between the health of my mind and the health of my body and how they were just intimately connected. And I just kind of let myself go. I didn't suck in my gut or anything, and I just sat there and I was bloated as hell, and I just went, ooh, and I looked at myself and I felt a little bit, I don't want to say disgusted, but just concerned with what I was looking at. It's pretty clear to me that I have some unhealthy habits that need fixing. Sometimes what you need is a psychedelic trip to highlight the things that you might even know that you want to fix, but just to show them to you in a new way. But there were also moments that were just really scary. After the come up, I'd say around the 1.5 to 2 hour mark, there was a point when I just went, wow, this is way too intense. I bit off more than I could chew here. And I was contemplating taking a trip killer just to calm down, because I wasn't really feeling like I could continue with filming the video. There was one really interesting thing that I'd like to point out. Now, BeatSaber, I just kind of stopped giving a shit about, but we put on Space Pirate. I felt like it was real, like I was actually a space pirate, and I was actually shooting at these robots that were shooting me. I actually feel like I'm shooting fucking robots. I could feel the laser beams making contact. And I didn't believe it at first, so what I did was after I got a game over, I took my gun and I just started shooting myself with it in the game. And everywhere that the bullets hit, I could actually feel some kind of an impact, like heat or vibration. I need an Advil. It really just highlighted for me the connection that our mind and our body share. I'd also like to point out that even though I'm talking about gaining insight from the trip and I'm talking about having fun playing Beat Saber, I definitely do not believe that psychedelics are for everyone. You don't know what you're getting into until you're in it. Sometimes what you think is going to be a light experience turns into a heavy one, and if you're not prepared for a heavy one, then you just shouldn't trip. It's just very important that you respect these experiences, or what could happen to you is similar to what happened to me in my last podcast, where I had a nightmare trip from hell and I thought demons were trying to rape me or rape my soul. Anyway, that concludes this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure you leave a thumbs up. Now you'll notice that this video did have some next level graphics compared to my usual stuff, and that is because I currently have Mike, who's flown all the way from New Zealand, working with me. But it comes at a cost. If you guys do enjoy this kind of content, you definitely need to check out our Patreon page. It's thanks to your support that I'm even still running this channel. And if you want to see more video game content, again, check out the video game channel. Anyway, till next time, take care guys, always test your substances, and I will see you all in the next video, which is gonna be super freaking exciting. Peace out.